You know what I would like to see? I would like to see more Democratic politicians who are not so petrified of the base and of the more lefty wing of our party. So many Democratic politicians seem so scared to say anything that might upset any small part of their constituency that they end up saying not much at all. Think about Chuck Schumer, who was too scared to tell us who he voted for in the New York mayoral race. He voted for Cuomo, which was a bad decision, but say it with your chest. Cory Booker, when Jennifer Welsh asked him, "Do you think Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal?" he couldn't answer. Cory Booker knows that his answer was going to upset somebody no matter what he said, so he didn't want to answer. But me personally, I would rather a politician say something that was going to upset me rather than refuse to say what they really think. Now, part of this is our fault because the online political environment has been so hostile in recent years, and from a lot of people on the left, there's this demand for perfection, and if you have one wrong opinion, I won't vote for you. But the politicians who have sanded down their real opinions to try and avoid any amount of online backlash, I don't think they have fared very well. Think about the politicians who are not afraid for part of the base to disagree with them. Gavin Newsom, after Donald Trump won the last presidential election, Gavin Newsom started his podcast and started having Republicans on and hearing them out. And he said that he understood Republican concern about trans women playing against cis women in sports. People on the left were pissed and he got a lot of online backlash. And look how popular Gavin Newsom has been in recent months because he is not afraid to tell you what he really thinks and he's fighting back in a strong and confident way. He's not scared of his base. Bernie Sanders is another example. He says what he actually thinks. He is not afraid of online backlash. If you're a politician, I want to know what you think. You're supposed to be a leader. If you think that your party has taken the wrong stance on an issue, then say that and explain to me why you think it's wrong. There's a way to say what you really think and still be diplomatic. You don't have to fly off the handle like Donald Trump, but tell us your opinion. The reason it's so common for people to have a distaste for politicians is that it feels like we're always being lied to or that you're not saying what you really think, and people hate that. I think it's refreshing. Even though I don't agree with what Gavin Newsom said about trans women in sports, I think it's refreshing for people to hear somebody say what they actually think. I just think we've trained our politicians to be a little feckless. Donald Trump is like an evil president from our nightmares, but there's something to the fact that he's candid and he says things that people are scared to say. I don't think everybody who votes for Donald Trump agrees with everything that he says, but I think that they like that he's not scared to say it. And don't misinterpret me. I'm not saying that Democrats need to get like more offensive or more vulgar or abandon marginalized communities. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, whatever you think, answer the question. Say what you think. Maybe you're going to be way far left of our party, or maybe you're going to be super moderate. Either way, you shouldn't be scared to say where you stand. I'll try to convince people here online to be less annoying and hypercritical if you give me politicians who speak their mind.